Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to Review Sesh. If you've been here before, I really appreciate you coming back to visit me. And if you haven't been here before, give me a moment, let me tell you who I am and what I do. My name's Mike, and I review federally legal hemp products and devices. So it doesn't matter whether it's a consumable product of any kind or whether it's a functional device of any type. We're going to be looking at all of that stuff on this channel, and I really hope you guys are enjoying the content that I'm making for you. So guys, I hope you've had a good day yesterday. I am moving my videos to every other day, just for the sake of my business. I've got some stuff I've got going on, and I'll share some of that with you here in a few. But I'm still doing my videos, and today is another flower review, and we have another one today from California Gold Farm. But real quick, I want to let everybody know what it is that I'm reviewing on my channel and what we do here. So on this channel, I review federally legal THCa hemp. And if you guys aren't sure what THCa is, or you're still confused about it, THCa is tetrahydrocannabinolic acid. And it is the naturally occurring compound found on all hemp plants everywhere. And in and of itself, THCa is not psychoactive. You don't get any elevated effects from THCa by itself. It first has to undergo a process called decarboxylation. And decarboxylation, guys, is just a word that means application of heat. And it doesn't matter whether it's, natural heat, the heat of the sun, or environmental heat, or whether we apply some flame or electronic heat source, like I use. We then decarboxylate that THCa molecule, and it drops that A right off the end of that molecule chain, guys. And it leaves you with THC. So THCa, guys, for all intents and purposes, it's the same stuff that your fathers, your grandfathers, and everybody else has ever spoken about THC. They're talking about the naturally occurring compound on the plant. We're not doing anything different with it. We're still putting flame to it. We're still, putting heat to it. Putting it through the same process as everybody that's ever come before us have. The only change has been some terminology, and that is all legal terminology. And it does depend on a certain amount of chemical terminology as well, and it's got a lot of people confused. It really does. But for all intents and purposes, guys, THCa is THC. Alright, so with that out of the way, now that we've got this federally legal, because of the 2018 Farm Bill, we can get these things to our doors, and we don't have to worry about going out at odd times of night, meeting strange people, and, potentially just waiting around for nothing, like some of us have had to do in the past. And these days, when you get these things, guys, you're going to be getting one of these. This is just a notice to law enforcement and the Postal Service. And it just declares what is in the package. So you don't really have to worry too much about getting your products to you. Just make sure you hold on to these, even when you're done with your products. They pack flat. There's no sense in not holding on to them. I have these in duplicate, triplicate, quadruplicate, and I keep them. There's no sense in getting rid of them. And you'll also be receiving your certificate of analysis and that sort of thing. And that's very good. You need to have those as well, so hold on to those. So today, guys, you might have seen from that COA, today we're going to be looking at Baby Yoda from California Gold Farm. And I've had a few from California Gold Farm. They're really, really nice quality. So we're going to be opening this up, and oh my goodness. Ooh. Earthy, little bit of pine, kind of sweet smelling. I'm going to dump them out here on the tray for you guys so you can see them. Look at those nugs. Look at that. Really pretty, really bright. Beautiful. Beautiful orange hairs on them. Density is nice density. Got some stick to it, as you can see. Nice. Alright, guys, so as usual, we're going to take a cut here, and I'm going to get pictures of these for you, and then I will be back, and we're going to try it out. I'm going to let you know what I think about it. So hang tight. We'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back, and I've got you some great shots of this Baby Yoda from California Gold Farm. I'm going to grind up some of this, and I'm going to try it, but guys, I really want to impress upon you how good this really looks under the microscope. You guys, normally you see what I have on one tray normally when I'm coming back to you. Every shot that you're going to see is from this small amount of flower. It all came off of this one piece of bud. You can see it there. And just out of curiosity, I want to get you guys get an idea of trichome density, right? So out of curiosity, I'm going to weigh that. That is zero point 0.2 of a gram. All right. So that's 1/5 of a gram, guys. Everything that you guys are going to see or are seeing now, that all came from 1/5 of 1 gram. I got all those shots from that. Now, obviously, I'm going to want to break up more than a fifth, so we're going to go ahead and go for this whole nug here. And I'm going to throw that in my grinder. This is really, really gorgeous flower, guys. This was a delight to get pictures of. A lot of times, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. What takes me longest in making these videos typically is not the filming or the editing. It is usually taking the pictures. So I actually take more time in between my cuts than I do making the rest of the video. Just making sure to get good images for you guys. And sometimes it can be quite troublesome, and I have to go through quite a lot of flour to get good images for you. So I was really, really pleased of how easy it was to get good images from this. And it just goes to tell you what the quality is there. Now, as I'm grinding this up, the nose is really coming out. A bit woody, a bit piney. I'm getting a bit of sweetness from it on the nose. Nothing that I would call herbal. Not really. So we're going to pack some of this up here. Keep enough for another bowl or two. We're going to be using the Midnight Sky Bong from the Weed Box. This is part of their black box, and I'm giving away this black box. I do have the giveaway going for it. Today is the well, as of filming, today is the last day of entry. But if you guys can get it in before I count those entries, you know, on the 8th, it'll be midday when I count those entries. Just get them in before I count them, and I'll be announcing a winner on the 9th. So, hmm, a bit earthy. It does have a sweetness to it and a bit of spice. Um, Strangely, guys, it's very strange actually. First time I've actually gotten something like this from any strain, but I'm actually getting what I can describe as guacamole. It's got a very um it's green, you know what I mean? Green, sweet, very soft on the palate. Bit of an earthy gas on the back end. Nothing that I'd call diesel or Kimmy. It's just really fresh tasting. And the cure is great. The cure is fantastic, but it tastes live. You know, it tastes very fresh. Mm, that's interesting. Pardon me, guys. First vape of the day. That's got me curious, though. I've got to know more about this strain. So, it's named Baby Yoda. Yoda, aka Grogu. We know where that all comes from. Um, so it's an indica dominant hybrid. It's 70-30, which is a pretty standard cut for indica dominant as far as the percentage. And it is a cross of Khalifa Kush and the menthol. And Khalifa Kush is an 80-20 indica dominant and is descended from OG Kush. And the menthol is a 60-40 indica dominant, and that's got an interesting cross on it. That is Gelato 45, uh, cross with white diesel, cross, yeah, that's high octane cross with jet fuel. That's an, yeah, it's a very interesting cross. I'm not sure how that's crossed. It's not really listed in a way I can read it here, but it's got all of those in it. And yeah, spicy minty flavor. That might be where the green is coming from. I'm getting a hint of what I describe as green. That might be that um, minty bit coming through from the menthol. Um, Earthy, peppery, spicy. There's a little bit of a spice on it. I wouldn't call it peppery though. Um, Definitely got some of that earthy pungency all throughout it though. It does have a certain sweetness to it, which I really like, but it's not like a sweet. It's a green sweetness. You know what I mean? Like it's not like an overly sweet. It's not like runts or strong gelato or anything like that. It's really really well rounded, very smooth. Mm. That mint's coming through now. I'm really getting that mint now. So one of the things I love about vaping, guys, is that contrary to just burning your flower all in one go, snapping a bong ball or something like that, you can take it through all of its levels of flavor. I mean, you can really get more of the terpenes out of the flower when you're vaping, and you get that over time too. It's not as if you're going to get all of the terpenes on your first hit, but as you get further into the bowl and the flower gets toastier and toastier, the flavors change, they caramelize, and as the sweeter flavors leave, the more gassy flavors take over. And that's down to these terpenes, they boil off at different points, different temperatures, and as you apply more and more heat and the flower gets drier and drier, those temperatures rise. So you can really take it through all of those different levels of terpene profile that you get with the flower. It's not something that you can do with flame. The flame's so direct and it goes through everything so fast that it just torches everything. Mm, I'm really liking that. That's very nice. And it's strange, I don't get, there's not a lot of things that I get any sort of hint of mint or menthol from. Um, but this does have it. It comes through real soft at the beginning. Like I said, at my first taste, it was almost like guacamole. It had that green sweetness to it with a little bit of oomph. You know what I mean? Um, Going further into it, the menthol really does come out of it, and that's nice. It's not something that I expect to see or to taste really usually from these products. That's something that's more associated with, other things. But wow, very nice, very nice. If you guys haven't tried California Gold Farm yet, there it's it's very good. It's worth giving a try. This was an eighth, and that's what I got there. So that's really really beautiful nugs on an eighth. The jars are all they're really nice jars, and they do have these Integra Boost seals up top. I like these. I think better than just throwing the pack in there. Um, I don't like looking in there and seeing, oh, there's a piece of something I got to pick out before I can get to my flower. That's really convenient. So I hope you guys didn't miss me too much yesterday. I am doing every other day videos for the foreseeable future till I can get this business up and running. I have been running with my laser engraver, but I have two more machines coming today. So I gotta finish up this video and I gotta wait on UPS to get here. But I thought I'd share some of the things I've been working on with you guys, and I just started with these little cards. There's some engravings and stuff I've been doing, and not really working on any orders or anything yet, but figured since I do this, I'd take some of the logos and stuff that I've collected and working with these different companies and different content creators, and I'd play with them a little bit. So a couple of these you might recognize, but a couple of them you might not. Uh, so we got this guy here. These are all meant to be business flashcards with QR codes that take you to either the business website or the YouTube channel. So we got that there. This is a Wizard Tower Games. If you guys don't know Wizard Tower Games, you need to check them out. If you guys are into tabletop stuff, Dungeons and Dragons, all of that sort of stuff, check them out. They have some amazing stuff on them. Really fun games. Now, you guys have seen these guys on my channel a few times. I'm really, really, really happy with how the image came out on this, with how the logo came out. Really, really happy. And of course, you guys might know this dude, a buddy of mine, the one that encouraged me to start my channel to begin with. Thought I'd play around with his image. I hope he doesn't mind. Uh, you know, um, I've really been enjoying this stuff, guys. I've I'm working on these now. I plan to expand to, dog tags, keychains. I can engrave on anything. I can engrave on glass. I can engrave on leather. I can engrave on ceramic. I can engrave on so many different things. Slate, as you've seen. Um, I'm sure you guys have seen that. I'm not sure if you have. If not, I'll have to show you some of my slate coasters. Um, I'm really enjoying, working with all of this stuff here, and I'm enjoying making content for you guys. But as I've started having to make room for other things and push into full on manufacturing, I realized something, and I realized that I have gotten myself a little bit unorganized. So I figured, it's time to clean up. It's time to put things back in order. I've always found for myself, it helps to have a clean environment when I'm working and a tidy environment when I'm working. And it's hard sometimes to look around. It's a little overwhelming. Like, oh man, what do I do? Where do I start? Where I start, guys, I always start at my desk. I start at my desk and I work my way out. And I could be bummed out one day, looking around. Heck with it. I'm gonna clean up a little bit. After I'm done cleaning up, I feel like I've accomplished something. I'm in a cleaner environment, nicer environment. It's more tidy, and it just makes me feel better. Just naturally. The perceptions of my surroundings are nicer when I do that for myself. So Um, as I'm moving into my manufacturing and trying to maintain this YouTube channel and everything else, I'm gonna have quite a mess to deal with, I'm sure, but I'll get through it. And with that in mind, guys, if you're dealing with disorganization in your lives, or you just need to get back to basics, a good place to start is just clean your environment. Wherever you spend most of your time, just straighten up a little bit. You might be astounded to see how much it can really change your perception and improve your mood. So, guys, until I see you next time, I hope you are having a great day, and I hope that the rest of the week is a blessed one for you. Um, we're almost halfway to we've got like 550 subs now, and you guys are fantastic. You're carrying me through, and you're making it worthwhile for me. And I'm gonna keep making content for you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones. Don't focus on the negative things. Just try to focus on the positive stuff, and you know, take it easy. As always, stay lifted, stay blessed. I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.